Hi guys, so I am currently sitting outside of the Dollar Tree. It's a little bit dark in here because I have my window shades up. There was a guy like standing in the parking lot and watching me like film through my windshield, and I got weirded out, so I put my window shade up. But anyways, we're gonna go into the Dollar Tree, see if we can find some goodies for this makeover, and hopefully we find some good stuff. So let's go. So guys, I am back from the Dollar Tree. I have this big bag right here of goodies. I spent about $20 total, so that's 20 items or so. And I got mostly makeup stuff, but there are a few hair items in here. They didn't really have a lot of options for black hair care or black skin tone in terms of makeup. So I had to kind of work with what they had in inventory, which wasn't that much. But I did happen to get, 20 items, which is a lot to work with. I'm excited to open this bag here and show you guys and see what kind of look we can come up with. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So I'm gonna put my hair up really quick. I have this huge mosquito bite. Look at that monster on my forehead. It bit me on my face, so that's nice. I also got bit right here on my neck, so that's cute. Just kind of ignore these two spots because it's pretty ugly, I know. Let's dive right in here. I got a lot of the stuff from the same brand because there are two brands in the dollar store that really dominate the makeup aisle, which is LA Colors and Wet n Wild. Those were probably like the two biggest ones and ones that I've actually heard of before. All these other ones, I have no idea. Like Color Mates. Never heard of that before. But we're just gonna hop right into the makeup and do this full face. I don't want this video to be too long, and hopefully we come out with something cute and presentable. So the dollar store, like I said earlier, didn't have a lot of stuff for my skin tone, but I did find a foundation that I think will work. So this is the foundation here. It's by Sassy Chic. I also picked up these silicone makeup applicators foundation blender, so that's pretty cool. I've never used a silicone like beauty blender before, so I'm excited to try this out and see how it goes. The dollar store didn't have any primers, so I'm going primerless today, but that's okay. I have moisturizer on still from earlier. Let's see how this color goes. It's a little bit light, but maybe we can work it. This is the Sassy Chic Moisturizing Foundation in the shade. There's no shade on here. I think it's like dark or something. I already ripped off the packaging. This is what it looks like on the back of my hand. Oh, this texture though. Oh, it's so light. I did my best with my options. There was a darker skinned lady who was in the makeup aisle with me, and she was asking me about the foundation. She's like, is this concealer? And I was like, no, I think it's supposed to be foundation. And she's like, it's so light. I was like, yeah, they don't have a lot of options. And then she just walked out of the store. Like, she literally left the aisle and walked out of the store. Like, she didn't even buy anything. So I was like, damn. That's the reality though, like for a lot of, you know, darker skinned women is they can't even find stuff their shade. I mean, they didn't have a shade darker than this, and this is still too light for me. And most of the time I can find something that's workable. So that just tells you how lower end stores like the Dollar Tree are not inclusive with their shade range. Pretty shitty. This silicone beauty blender feels so freaking weird. Like, this ain't it. I'm just gonna use my fingers to do the rest. So now that this is all rubbed in, I guess it's workable. I mean, it's a little bit light, but I think it's doable. We can make it work. I also got this pressed powder from LA Colors. This is in the shade Tan. I think this will work for me. And they didn't have a lot of brushes, so I'm just gonna use one of my own brushes. Like, sorry if that's cheating, but deal with it. So I'm just gonna brush this over my face and kind of set my face. I think that having a powder on top to set it will make it stay better and be more full coveragey. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but they didn't have any concealer, which is what I was talking to the lady about. She was looking at the foundation and thought it was concealer, and they didn't have any concealer. I had to skip that step, which is also why I decided to just set my whole face, because I'm not gonna have any concealer to work with. That's just my luck. So I'm gonna do a little bit on my eyebrows, and they didn't have like an eyebrow like kit for my skin tone. They had like dark blonde, but they didn't have dark brown, and then they had black or like brown black, and that's too dark for me. I thought I would, you know, work with what I got, so I bought this brown eyeshadow palette from LA Colors, which I'll probably use on my eyes today as well. Okay, so I definitely bought a small angled brush from Wet n Wild, and it's not in the bag, which is blowing my mind right now. It's on the receipt, but it's not in the bag. Like, I just dumped the bag out onto this table, and there's no brush. What the hell? Why is it not in the bag? This is so annoying. That really messes me up. I paid for it and then I didn't get it. Because the lady wasn't, when she was bagging my items, she was scanning them and then setting them on like the counter. She wasn't putting them right into the bag. And so now I'm missing my item, which is annoying. This is why we have a backup plan. So instead of using like an angled brush and that eyeshadow, this one, for my eyebrows, I also bought this brow and eyeliner pencil. This is in the shade Black Brown, which is why I didn't want to use it, because I felt like it would be too dark. But at this point, we don't have an option because I don't have a brush. So this is the pencil. You get 2 in the packet, and it's pretty nice. It reminds me of like a normal pencil. And I'm just gonna fill in my brows a little bit. I still have some leftover brow from earlier today, so it doesn't need much. And I also don't have any concealer, so I want to make sure they look okay. I bought this contour palette. This is in the shade Medium. They had a medium and a tan, but they both looked like they were the exact same color in terms of the darker shade. So I don't know usually which one is supposed to be darker. Is it supposed to be tan or is it supposed to be medium? But we'll see. Hopefully this contour shade works for me. Oh, I feel like this is gonna be too light. What do we think? Too light? Oh my God, it's literally like almost my skin tone. Okay, well, we're gonna use it anyway because we don't have a choice. Oh, it shows a little. Okay, not bad, not bad. I actually like this shade because it's not too dark. It's like a very natural contour look. So I might actually like use this again. And now, last but not least, I'm gonna take some blush. So this is the Blush and Bronze in Sun-Kissed Tan. This is from Color Mates. So this is what she's looking like. Pretty. And she comes with a little brush, but we won't be using that because look how small it is. Like, how are you supposed to apply blush with this? Okay, so far so good, I think. What do you guys think? So now I think it's time we can move on to eyeshadow. So as you guys know, I already opened up the packaging for this brown palette because I thought that I was gonna use it for my eyebrows, like this dark shade here, but I'm gonna use it on my eyes. And then I also bought this LA Colors 3 shadow kind of kit. I bought this because I thought that the shimmer was pretty. I feel like this could be a nice highlight shade since I didn't get a highlighter. And then this gold was really pretty, and this purple also I thought was really pretty. Starting with probably these browns first so I can kind of lay a base or like a transition. As I mentioned, they didn't really have any eyeshadow brushes or makeup brushes. They had that sponge that I picked up, and then they also had those like really cheap foam sponges that are like little triangles. And then the one type of brush they had, apart from that liner angled brush, which is what I thought I bought and I paid for, and it wasn't in the bag, was a crease brush. And turns out I already own that crease brush. So it's right here. I'm gonna use it today. It's from Wet n Wild. This is what it looks like. So I'm gonna use this today for some of the colors, but first I'm gonna just use some of my own brushes so I can lay that color down. So I'm gonna start with this palette first and just use some of these browns. So now I'm gonna move on to the darker brown in here, and I'm using the Wet n Wild brush. One of my eyelashes literally just came off. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. So I'm gonna take the purple shade in here and I'm gonna put that on my lid. Oh, this is not very bright. This was not as bright as I wanted it to be, but I also bought this liquid eyeshadow metallic glowing eyes in the shade Regal, which is this purple shade. I also bought it in silver, but I'm not gonna use the silver one today. But maybe this will be a little bit better. This was probably like my most exciting find at the dollar store, other than like cereal. They have a lot of like name brand food at the dollar store and I had no idea. So this is the liquid eyeshadow right here. And when you open it, oh, it has kind of like a lip gloss applicator. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand. Ooh, this is pretty. So I'm gonna put this over the purple because I feel like the purple I put on didn't show very well. So let's try it out. Oh, that's way brighter. So because this purple is now such a stark contrast, I need to darken up the browns that I used because I look crazy right now. So I'm gonna go back in with this brown palette and just take these dark colors and pack them on the outside. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of that same dark brown and just smudge it under my eyes. I'm gonna take this highlight shade here and just go under my brow bone and in my inner corner. So I don't know if you guys remember, but the eyebrow pencil that I use is also an eyeliner. So I'm gonna use that for my waterline down here. Now I'm gonna use some mascara. This one is from Wet n Wild. It's the Enhance and Define mascara. So now I'm gonna do some highlight on the rest of my face, just using my finger. And now, finally, we can move on to the lips. So this is the lipstick Hydrating from LA Colors. It's in the shade Mauve Glaze. I feel like usually lipsticks from the dollar store aren't that pigmented, so I tried to find one that I feel like if it's not pigmented, it's gonna be like pretty nude. So this is the one I picked. This is what she's looking like. As you can see, she's pretty streaky. So I feel like if I put this on, it'll be like pretty nude overall, and we can get away with it. Oh yeah, I was right. See, it's pretty nude. That worked out perfectly. And I believe this is the makeup all complete, so I'm just gonna set it really quick with some setting spray. The dollar store does not carry setting spray, so I'm just using this NYX one. And now we can move on to this hair. So they didn't have a lot of like hair products or hair accessories that I felt like I could use, but they did have these really cute like barrettes and like clips and stuff that I picked up. So I think I'm gonna do something fun with these. I think I'm gonna part my hair down the center. I'm just gonna take some water. I have a braid out right now, so I mean, ideally I wouldn't have wanted to get my hair wet because of my braid out and it'll get all frizzy, but for the purpose of this video and the sacrifices I'm willing to make, I am wetting my hair so that it can lay flat. So I think I'm gonna use these like dark magenta ones. I think these glitter ones are cute, but they're a little bit too much for me right now. So I'm gonna use these little pink ones. I've never used like little barrettes before, but I think they look so cute when like other people do it. So I'm hoping I can like ride the wave today. So I'm gonna do a pink one and then a black one underneath. Is the black one too dark? It kind of blends in with my head, doesn't it? Maybe I'll do the white one too. Maybe I'll do pink, white, black. That could be cute. Okay, I like that. I think that's cute. Are they even? Definitely not even. Okay, it's better that time around. I'm just gonna take some gel and just do my edges. So this is the hair. Just put the barrettes in. So guys, I think this is the finished look. I think that it turned out really, really cute. And for under $20, you really can't beat it. I mean, come on. I really loved this metallic kind of liquid eyeshadow that I used. It's a really bright like pop of color. I'm glad that I was right about the lip being pretty nude, even though it looks super, super dark when you look at it. So that's a plus. Again, the range of foundation that they had and other facial products they had, they didn't have concealer, was extremely limited. So if you're gonna try this at home, just make sure that you scope out the Dollar Tree and hope that they have your foundation shade. They didn't really have mine. It was a little bit too light, but I feel like with the bronzer and the pressed powder that I used, I was able to pull it together. So overall, I think this was a really, really fun challenge. I got to step out of my comfort zone, try these little barrettes, which I think are so, so cute. and I really like this look. So if you guys like this look, please give this video a like. You can comment if you want to comment, and don't forget to subscribe, you guys. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you in my next video next weekend. Bye guys.